Good day, everybody. How you guys doing, huh? You guys doing amazingly amazing? I hope that everybody's doing amazingly amazing, eh? Welcome in, everybody. Happy early Mexico's Independence Day. There we go. The first starter of the stream, eh? Starter, not starter, whatever. But yeah, welcome in, everybody. And yeah, happy early Mexico's Independence Day. I know that it's technically in 2 days from now. It was the morning of the night of the 15th and the morning of the 16th of this month, eh? But since I'm gonna be streaming in both of those days, I just decided to be a little bit, you know, a little bit of. I decided to have a little bit of patriotism. I wanted to be a little bit patriotic and be like, "Yo, Mexico, Mexico, rah, 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 eh?" So yeah, welcome in, everybody. How you guys doing, huh? I'm having a nice day today. I had some quesadillas and some coffee, eh? So that is pretty good, eh? As people would often say, eh? And yeah, you bet that I'm gonna be going out on the streets and be like, hey, where am I at? I don't know. I do have a gig in the night of the 15th, so that I, you know, can be like, yo, Mexico, Mexico, and it's gonna be good. I have heard that, you know, a lot of things are gonna happen in that day, in that night. So I'm looking forward to everything and anything that may happen. Anything good. I definitely don't want to get shot or anything, eh? So, you know, it is best to keep an eye out on those kinds of things, you know. Din, 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 din. I like the song, eh? I've been thinking about, you know, upgrading my PC a little bit because I want to get a little bit more RAM than what I currently have. Because even though I could definitely spend my time optimizing OBS, and that's definitely a thing that I should do. You know, OBS is consuming my life. OBS is consuming at least 13 gigabytes of my RAM. So that's something that I gotta check out before it actually consumes my whole computer. Eh? So I may upgrade that maybe closer to Christmas. You know, I believe. Getting a good deal, or maybe in Cyber Monday. I don't exactly remember when Cyber Monday is, but at least more than 16 gigabytes of RAM would be lovely. I am aware that it is sometimes best to only have 2 RAMs instead of 4 because something about how the lanes work and something like that makes it so that having only 2 RAMs, you know, sometimes it works better, sometimes it doesn't. I guess I should, you know, have a better understanding about how things work. So that's something that I gotta do. But that's gonna be a problem for later, as people often say. Eh? But other than that, yeah, I'm having a nice day today. I am having a nice afternoon, as people often say. Eh? And yes. Again, happy early Mexico's Independence Day. Eh? I'm not gonna be live for tomorrow or the day after, which is the exact day of Mexico's Independence Day. So there we go. A little bit of patriotism didn't kill anybody. Well, I mean, you know, it sometimes does, but not in this case. But we chill, we cool, we calmao, as people often say. That's a Spanish word for chill, eh? But with a little bit of oomph, you know. So I hope that today's stream is gonna be, you know, a little bit more productive, I guess. I don't know. I felt a little bit guilty that last stream I technically spent the first 15 minutes of the game in 3 hours. I kept dying and dying and dying, but that's how hardcore actually like works. If you're not acquainted with the game, you're definitely gonna suffer. But the option to actually like suffer is there. So if you want to be like, yeah, I'm a hardcore gamer, I can you know, battle my demons and everything. Eh? Then hardcore mode is there for people that wanna be like, yo, I'm a gamer, eh? Or something of the sorts, I don't know, eh? Hey Dominic, how you doing? Welcome in, dude. How is you doing? Is you doing good? Is you doing well? Welcome in, eh? And yeah, I was just talking about how, yeah, I don't know how that happened, you know, but I kept dying and dying and dying, eh? And I spent the first 50 minutes of the game, eh? In 3 hours. And I gotta be honest, to anyone who actually stuck around for that, like, actually thank you, because I know that, you know, seeing somebody die and die and die over and over again in a game may not be the most fun thing to witness. So I do appreciate, you know, the support, you know, and everybody sticking around, everybody who's sticking around, you know. So I do hope that this stream will be, you know, we will advance more in the story, the story. I'm Canadian now, the story. So yeah, that'll be good. That's another game that I should actually give another try. I know that I've already played like Code Veronica at least once or twice on stream. No, revisiting it, Resident Evil, revisiting it, maybe good. Another playthrough would be nice soon. I don't know. But yeah, how you doing, Dominic? You doing good? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, eh? If that's a word and a half. And you bet that it is. So, you know that. And yeah, as I was saying, yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be having a nice day. I have a gig for the, you know, the night of the Independence Day, and I'm gonna be roaming around the streets and being like, yo, where am I? I already said that joke, but I'm gonna say it again. And quite possibly I'm gonna be, you know, checking out some of the artists that are gonna be playing in my city. And I know that there's gonna be a lot of people. I know that there's gonna be a lot of security, a lot of insecurity as well. And maybe everything will be alright. So I hope that nothing bad happens tomorrow, the night of Mexico's Independence Day. So you know how things often go, But you know, I do suspect that maybe things are gonna go well. So I haven't experienced any kind of bad things in the past years when it comes to Mexico's Independence Day. So I hope that this year, you know, it's gonna be the same. Nothing bad will ever happen, and everybody's gonna have a good time. So yeah. Yeah, there's so much damage. There's not a lot of items. Of course, there's indeed not a lot of things that you can do about it. But you know, I do believe that they give you the necessary items to survive. The rest of you know, the rest of the damage and everything actually lies upon the player. So I do believe it was a good idea to restart, because yeah, I didn't have any healing items. I was already in danger state. So you know how it often goes. So I'm glad that in the end I was like, you know, let's just restart. Because that's another thing. I don't know if, for example, in standard, both in standard, and I imagine that in hardcore, being in danger, being in danger is the same thing. Like you're still like one hit or two away from actually dying. So if the game actually prompted me to change to standard difficulty or assisted difficulty, I may not have actually noticed, because being a door's death actually is the same, or would be the same for all the difficulties. Maybe in assisted they give you an extra hit. I'm not so sure. Gonna drink the water. And when it comes to new things, I have added a set of new animations for the bunk redeem. So if you guys ever redeem the bunk redeem, you guys are gonna see cool new redeems and cool new animations. Well, not cool new redeems, but cool animations. And I've been thinking about maybe making. You know how I sometimes make my familiars, my animals, my dogs, my pets actually appear on screen sometimes when somebody actually like mentions them. I've been thinking about making that a redeemable, and for people to be like, yo, who's Canelo, who's Melody. Speaking about Canelo lost in yesterday's fight, I believe, so oops, spoiler there. If you guys haven't watched the thing, or did he? I don't know. I have heard that he lost, but I'm not too familiar with how sports go. So I don't know if he lost. People say that he lost, but I'm not so sure if that's like for us he lost even though he won, like that kind of stuff. Anyway, but yeah, you know how my ears, You know how sometimes Canelo, my dog Canelo and Melody and Rocky, sometimes I make them appear on screen. I'm thinking about making that redeemable, so that people can be like, yo, I want to see the little baby there. And maybe I'll think about it, and that way people can enjoy the cute little babies. And that's actually a good idea, so I will probably make that happen in the near future. So anyways, the plan for today is we're gonna be having a cool stream, and that's actually a nod to what's gonna happen later. The first part of the stream is gonna be Resident Evil 8, and then the second half of the stream is gonna be another co-op stream. I'm gonna be having a co-op stream with Ali Starla. I used to pronounce it Ali Starla because ally, like an ally, but no, it is Ali Starla. And we're gonna be playing some more Mario 64 co-op. So if you guys loved the last stream in which I did a co-op stream with Starla, with Starla, then stick around for the second half of the stream so that we can be like, yo, the collective hype and us being really chill about everything and anything. So you betcha that we're gonna have so much fun. Yippee. The yippee. I'm gonna have a redeemable for the yippee as well. I mean, the yippee is already a redeemable, but it's only a sound effect. So I wanna tie an animation to the yippee. Maybe I'm gonna make the Rebecca yippee emote just jump. So you know what? She's gonna do a big jump. Anyways, let's start with the game. I have added some mods to the game, and by mods I mean just quality of life improvements. I have changed the vignette, I believe it's called the vignette. I've also disabled TAA, like temporal anti-aliasing, I believe it's called. I'm not so sure. Please don't explode. I'm telling that to my computer. Because I'm actually not so sure if my computer is gonna survive. Hopefully it will. So here we go. I have actually noticed that in last stream. What's this? There we go. TAA. I have actually noticed in last stream while I was watching the VOD that the game was stuttering a little bit. But surprisingly, the volume was actually good, and I'm glad that that's the case. So I have this thing over here called RE Framework, which allows me to change some things. And the main thing that I'm going to be changing is probably the FOV, so that we can enjoy the game with everything and anything. I'm actually not so sure what else to, manual flashlight. I'm not so sure about that. Graphiscus. This is only for the widescreen thingy, which we already have, but the ultra widescreen. Ray tracing tweaks, shader playground. We're not using ray tracing, even though I hope that someday I won't have to worry about that too much. You know, one day there will come a day in which I'm gonna be playing games in ray tracing with ray tracing at 120 FPS someday. This is for VR performance profiling. I don't know about that. Render view. And this is the camera thingy. That's the only thing that we gotta move. But first of all, let me just start with the game, and then continue where we left. I hope that the game actually saved in the last place, the last autosave, just after we met the venerable elder. And the game crashed, eh? That's amazing, eh? Man, is my PC not gonna handle all of the things? If not, then I think I will have to close my browser. It's been a long time since I last had to actually like close my browser so that I can free up some RAM. But that's another thing that I've been talking about. Maybe I can upgrade a little bit of my RAM. I'm not so sure if I would prefer to have 4 sticks of RAM instead of 2, or vice versa. I know that there's like some advantages and disadvantages from one or the other. So maybe I'll buy more RAM so that the people can be like, hey. And here we are. Yippee! My game is freezing. This is gonna crash. Oh man, this is gonna crash. It crashed. So I wonder what's exactly making the thing not work. My assumption is that it may be the mods, but I'm actually not so sure about it. I may have to delete set mods so that everything is like, you know, so that everything is actually like working properly. I'm actually not so sure. I do have some mods, as I said. Yeah, it froze and then it crashed. I don't know which mod is the one making this freeze. As I said, I do have a... Oh man. I do have a thing that actually like disables temporal something temporal thing. The TAA, the temporal anti-aliasing. But that's the thing. I don't know if that's the thing that's making it crash, or if it is the whole RE framework thing. No, yeah. Let me put this to false. So maybe that's actually the thing that's making it go bad. I don't know if it is that, if it is my computer as a whole. Maybe I do have a lot of things open there. OBS is actually like eating a lot of my RAM, so maybe that's making it crash. I do not believe it is the VRAM, although it may as well be. No, OBS also needs VRAM. If it is the RE framework, then man, that's gonna suck. I don't think I have anything enabled by default. Performance. I don't know what profiling might be. I may do. Timescale, yeah. Application timescale, yeah. Being developing tools. No, I don't need it. Plugin loader. I'm gonna close this, so maybe everything will be fine. If it is the TAA, then man, that sucks because TAA. Well, I mean, I'm not noticing anything because I cannot really see well just now, because I still need glasses even after my surgery. But if it is a RE framework, then I mean that's fine. The only thing that I need it for is for the FOV, but you know, I can live without the FOV thingy. It is loading, eh? It do be loading, eh? So here we go. Ugh. Oh, it's so sluggish. And no, I actually may have to like uninstall. Oh. It actually took a little bit of. That's so sluggish. Oh man, that's horrible. I mean, it is making things work, I guess. The starter. No, I will have to like disable the thing. The game worked fine. Just, I did notice the starter. Okay, yeah, I don't know if I can. Maybe.